It's no secret that Chinese people love to eat. If eating were an Olympic sport, no other country would come close. China probably has the widest variety of food in all the world. In fact, there's a saying in China that goes like, "We eat everything with legs except chairs and tables." No matter how bizarre this might sound, it's probably not far from the truth. Did you know studies show becoming a fan of Superfine will instantly make you more attractive to the opposite sex? All you have to do is subscribe to this channel and turn on the notifications. If you hit the thumbs up, it will increase your attractiveness by 78%. Do it now! It's a proven fact. Welcome to Superfine. In this video, we are going to take a look at some foods you wouldn't believe Chinese people eat. Number 10. Silkworms. Various insects are considered a delicacy in many cultures. When you watch travel videos, there's a great chance that you'll see travelers eat insect street foods for fun. In China, silkworms are one of those street foods, and they are enjoyed by the locals. Silkworm pupae remaining after their fibrous cocoons are harvested and are used in several different ways for consumption. According to people who have tasted this delicacy, the flavor is like shrimp or crab and has a chewy consistency. You can find these silkworms in local markets, cooked in several ways or stocked frozen and canned. These Chinese-style silkworms are often added to stir-fry with vegetables, soy sauce, and seasonings. They are normally served up with rice or noodles, or the pupae can be deep-fried and served with your choice of dipping sauce. If you are not sold on consuming the insect in your stir-fry, you can always start with a sweeter and more tourist-friendly version, chocolate-covered silkworms. Yum! If you think number 10 is crazy, just wait till you find out what's on the top of our list. Number 9. Chilli rabbit head. There are some diners in Chengdu, Sichuan province, that you can visit where you'll see guests crack open delicate rabbit skulls and slurp down their contents, tucking into a delicacy so popular that this province has to import its supplies from France. Sichuan is renowned for its spicy, peppery local dishes. One of its favorites is bunny brains, often eaten as a late-night treat on the streets of its capital, Chengdu. It's very popular in the area that one restaurant has reported to purchase more than 8 million rabbit heads each year. Faced with such a high local demand, Chinese farms are struggling to supply enough. As a result, nearly 20% of rabbit heads marketed by the company are imported from Europe, mainly from Italy and France, and mostly frozen. At the Shangliu Lama Tutao, a well-known restaurant in the heart of the city, dozens of customers use their gloved hands to pry open the skulls covered in sauce, suck out the brain, and nibble on the cheeks amid cries of satisfaction. Westerners often avoid animal parts, duck beaks, chicken feet, heads, and tripe, that Chinese gourmets treat as delicacies. There is little appetite for rabbit's meat, much less their heads, in other parts of China. You'll rarely find this dish outside of few popular restaurants in Beijing and other major cities. Number 8. Sheep penis. If you are looking to boost libido, the Chinese people have a bizarre food that might actually help you. Sheep penis, along with other animal penises and testicles, are served as a remedy for the problem. A restaurant in China, Guo Li Zhuang, is dedicated to serving all types of dishes with animal genitalia, such as sheep gonads on a bed of curry and steamed sheep penis. The locals enjoy the flavor of the dish, but they also believe it's good for one's health. Many of the customers at the restaurant are males looking to increase potency and sexual prowess. The Chinese believe that they can replenish parts of their bodies by eating dishes with those same body parts, which is why testicles and penises are consumed to improve sexual health. So instead of turning to a pill, many try this unique Chinese dish instead. Number 7. Bird spit soup. If you have watched The Late Late Show with James Corden, you've seen how some famous celebrities have dug into this one-of-a-kind dish. It is one of the more controversial, bizarre foods the Chinese eat. It is made from a swiftlet's actual nest. The bird can be found in Southeast Asia, where it lives in dark caves like a bat. Their nests are made from their own gummy saliva produced by the glands under their tongue. The nest of saliva hardens as it is exposed to the air. The common way to cook bird's nest soup is slowly steaming it after soaking it in water. The texture of the nest is soft like jelly, but it doesn't have much taste. The taste is not what keeps locals coming back each day for the soup, but it is the benefits that attract the Chinese. If the soup is consumed regularly, it is believed to help maintain youth and promote a healthy life and strong body. And who doesn't want this, right? Number 6. 1,000-year-old eggs.
你美国没有的吗？你说，我们中国很多的，一代小时的，你们尝一下，尝一尝。
Sounds inviting? Well, the century egg is a traditional Chinese food that boasts a unique color and fragrance. It is usually a duck or chicken egg coated with lime, ashes, and mud, soaked in brine for 100 days until the yolk turns green and the whites become gelatinous and dark brown. Refreshing, smooth, delicious, and salty are words that normally describe the unique food. During the process of making these eggs, a chemical reaction turns the egg white into transparent, and a snowflake pattern may be visible on the outside. Talk about aesthetic! It can be preserved up to 5 months if the eggshell remains unbroken. They can be served in cold dishes such as a salad, or can be paired with soy sauce and green chilies for a spicy lunch. These century eggs are also popular gifts for friends and family during the traditional Chinese Dragon Boat Festival. Number 5. Drunken Shrimp. Drunken shrimp is a very popular dish all over China. It is made of fresh shrimps immersed alive in ethanol, served both drunk and alive. The concept of eating animals alive is very strange and almost scary for most people, but this is clearly not the case for the Chinese. If you are not comfortable with eating them alive, drunken shrimps can also be served in several ways, like being boiled first before being immersed in ethanol, or stir-fried with some herbs after being drunken. Each part of China has its different way of preparing this dish. Travelers who have tried this delicacy have described it to be very tasty. Plus, they say that the vendors serve them to you along with some gloves to peel them without getting your hands all filthy. Yup, Chinese are just very efficient and think about details. Number 4. Stinky tofu. Often eaten as a popular snack food in Hong Kong, China, and Taiwan, it's no surprise that the smell of this dish is easily recognizable. Particularly for first-time visitors to China, the scent of stinky tofu can be overbearing. But despite the smell, the dish is served from hundreds of street food vendors and small restaurants, especially in major cities like Beijing. It is usually made from a mixture of tofu combined with fermented milk, vegetables, and a meat or fish-based brine. Many of the factory-made versions have less of an intense stench than the homemade or restaurant versions, so if the smell is putting you off, it's probably best to stick to supermarket versions, which will be less overpowering. It is often served in small cubes, which are skewered together by street food vendors. In Hong Kong, Shanghai, and various Chinatowns worldwide, it's usually deep-fried in vegetable oil and served with chili and soy sauce. This dish is certainly worth trying if you're heading to China, despite its foul smell. Number 3. Scorpions. If you're looking for something crazy to snack on while walking on the streets of China, then you might have found the perfect choice for you. These small scorpions are fried and served on a skewer stick. They can be found on the streets of popular cities to lure tourists into trying something local and bizarre. Since the scorpions are thin, they turn out crispy with a nice seasoning. It is believed that eating scorpions can cure certain medical conditions and can make the blood hotter in cold conditions. Wow! Number 2. Pufferfish. Pufferfish are among some of the most poisonous vertebrae in the world, yet for some reason they are eaten as a delicacy in many Asian countries including China. Despite the Chinese government banning the preparation and serving of this fish since 1990, it is still quite popular and sold off menu. In fact, the government estimates approximately 30 to 50,000 of them are eaten each year. Yikes! When we talk about eating pufferfish in China, we primarily refer to those that swim up the Yangtze River. All Chinese people know this fish as one of the most delicious yet most dangerous foods in the country. Typically, the organs and skin are most poisonous to humans, but that can depend on the time of year and their gender. In China, the pufferfish is often prepared in a stew or soup, and people believe that the best time to eat it is just before Tomb Sweeping Festival in spring. They also believe that if you turn the fish upside down and swallow it whole, it will be very good for your stomach. Number 1. Bat soup. Under the current circumstances, it would be a sin to exclude bat soup from this list. And while it is unlikely that bat eating is the cause of the COVID-19 pandemic, it has certainly been pushed well into the spotlight. So what does this dish look like? A bat soup just simply contains an entire bat placed in a soup bowl after boiling with chicken broth. The bat is dissected with a knife and fork, and the broth is then eaten with a spoon, along with the innards of the creature. Hair is present in the dish, along with the membranes of the bat's wings. Locals say that this dish is very delicious, but many people find it unappetizing to see an entire bat floating in front of them. The bats are also capable of carrying a number of human transmissible diseases, and the practice is considered unsustainable by many conservation organizations. There you go, guys. Those are just some of the foods you wouldn't believe Chinese people eat. Are you considering trying some of the foods on the list, or would you rather stick with your local convenience store food? Let us know in the comment section below, and we will select a comment to be featured in our next video. Thank you for watching! If you liked the video, let us know by dropping a comment and hitting the like and subscribe button. Also turn on your bell notifications so you don't miss on any of our future videos. We'll see you next time.
Now I'm about to have a ball.